you how to put together your OCP uniform / ACU uniform. When you get issued your uniform, you're gonna get what we like to call a blouse. You're gonna get a Coyote Desert t-shirt, PC, your boots, your patches, and you're gonna get your pants, of course. So your patches, they have Velcro on the bottom. And if you look right there, what do you see? Velcro. So you want to have your ROTC go over your heart. So it'll be the right side filming this video, left side on your body. Same as with your ROTC shoulder patch. You want to have it centered in the middle of the Velcro. Make sure it's nice and snug. Might fall off, you never know. Same with your Hunting High patch. Goes on the right side, just like your nameplate would, but you don't have a nameplate. Now your ring. It's pretty simple. It's a square. There's a square. You just slap it on there like butter. And then this is what the top half of your completed OCP / ACU uniform will look like. And become a first sergeant, company commander, or staff officer, you want to lift that bad boy off. For instance, this is the S5 patch. You want to center it on your right shoulder. Center that bad boy about 1/8 of an inch below the seam. And then the same for the army patch. You want to center it so it's nice and perfect and square. For your PC rank, you're gonna get a PC, you're gonna get your rank. There's a seam right here. You want to align it above the rank, above the seam. So it's a nice straight line. If you want to take it over to your daddy Palmer, he's going to show you how to put on your boots.
Okay, so you're going to slip them on. You got 2 strings here on the bottom of your pants. You're going to tie them, kind of like a shoe.
More like just like a shoe.
Just like a shoe. Tuck it down inside of your boot. Tie the boot. Now you're going to do this, wrap it around just like normal, pull it around the back, then you're going to tie a square knot. A square knot is left over right, like so, left over right, and then right over left. Pull it tight and tuck it in.
That's how you correctly wear it. That's just a private move right there. That's just...
This is a male Class A officer uniform. Today we'll be starting by looking at the shoulder ranks. No matter which officer rank you have, the rank will be placed 5/8 of an inch from the seam of the shoulder pad of the epaulette, right here. All will place their ranks with the dots facing horizontally in accordance with the epaulette just as shown. So the dots will face towards your neck. Smudges or fingerprints on these ranks can be easily wiped off with a soft cloth.
Alright, the next item is the ROTC officer insignias. For these, place an inch above the seam from where the lapel and the collar meets, 1 inch. And then you want to have a 5/8 of an inch away from the edge of the collar on both sides.
Have the torches of knowledge. Officers wear the torches on the lapel, whereas NCOs will wear them up here. On the lapel, they are placed 1.25 inches below the ROTC insignias, with the insignia bisecting the ROTC initials and parallel to the inside edge of the lapel. The bottom of the torches should be pointed towards the top button of the jacket.
Alright, the next item is the nameplate. The nameplate is worn on the flap of the right breast pocket, centered in between the top of the flap and the top of the button.
The next item will be the unit star. The unit star is worn 1/2 of an inch from above the top of the breast pocket. If applicable, the honor roll crest will be placed around the unit star with the star centered so that one point is pointing upwards towards your face.
The unit insignia is placed 1.5 inches from the top of the breast pocket and centered off the nameplate and the unit star.
Okay, the next item will be the ribbons. The ribbons are centered 1/8 of an inch above the left breast pocket. Each row of ribbons will be centered 1/8 of an inch in between each row. This can easily be accomplished by using a ribbon rack. There may be no more than 3 ribbons per row. The lamps will be centered on each ribbon that they are assigned to. Ribbons will be placed in order by using the ribbon rack builder on the JROTC website.
Alright, next is going to be the cords. The cords are placed from most important to least important, from right to left. The way you put on a cord is, it's going to be an opening. You just slide it up through the sleeve, unbutton your epaulette. There's a little loop. You put that around the button, and then you button it back up. And one's for the ferrule. You put it underneath. There's 2 loops, one on the very end, and then one closest to the ferrule. You put those together, unbutton your epaulette, and put both of them around your button. Then you button it back. Whatever side the ferrule is on, it should be on the outside. So if it's on the left side, it should be towards the pocket or the sleeve, and if it's on the right side, it should be towards this sleeve.
The next item will be the arcs. If you have more than one arc, you will start by moving 1/8 of an inch down from the end of the breast pocket and place your first arc there. From there on out, you will space 1/8 of an inch from the bottom tip of the arc to the top tip of the next arc, and that is 1/8 of an inch in between. And you will go all the way until you reach the end. If you only have one arc, you will center it in the breast pocket from the end of the flap of the breast pocket to the bottom of the seam.
Alright, the next uniform is going to be the male NCO Class A uniform. It's exactly like the male officer uniform. The only thing that's different is the torches of knowledge. Where on the officer uniform it's placed on the lapel, on the NCO it is placed on the collar 5/8 of an inch above the point where the lapel and the collar meet. Alright, the next item will be the torches of knowledge. Officers will wear the torches on the lapel 1 1/4 inch below the ROTC insignias, with the insignia bisecting the ROTC insignia and parallel to the inside edge of the lapel. The bottom of the torches should be pointed towards the top button on the jacket. The next item will be the nameplate. The nameplate is worn 1 to 2 inches above the top button of the coat and centered horizontally on the right side of the jacket. The next item is going to be the DUI. It is placed 1.5 inches from the top of the nameplate and centered off the nameplate and unit star. The next item will be the cords. Cords are placed from right to left, from most important to least important. Example, the staff cord would be placed on the right side and a team cord would be placed on the left side. If you only have one cord, it would go on the right side. You may only have 2 cords on your uniform at once. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to put a cord on your uniform. There's this little hole at the top of the cord. This will go, you want to unbutton your epaulette, put this cord through the sleeve of your jacket, over the epaulette, and that little whole piece of string I was talking about, you put it over the button, and then button your epaulette back, and that's what it should look like when you properly have a cord on. Alright, the next item will be the ribbons. The ribbons are centered on the left side with the bottom row parallel to the bottom of the nameplate. Third and subsequent rows may be aligned to the left to present a better look. Alright, the last item will be the arcs. Arcs will be placed parallel to the waistline of the coat. Placement of the arcs to conform the individual figure. More than one arc will be spaced 1/8 of an inch, shown as so.
This video will demonstrate how to properly lace and blouse your OCP boots. You will start by placing the laces through both sides, going over, not under. Then pull them all the way through. From then, you will make a crisscross pattern, going right over left. You will continue this pattern going all the way up the boot. The different eyelets of the boots are the quick lace system, which may be different depending on which pair of boots you buy. Now we will blouse the boots. You'll start by finding the two strings on the inside of the pants. You'll pull them together and tie any knot you wish. This is not required, however, it helps your pant present a bloused appearance. Then, you will put on your boots and tuck in any excess fabric. You'll tighten the boots to whatever is comfortable for you, and then there's a multitude of knots that you can tie. The most common is by doing an overhand knot, one over the other, just as you normally tie your boot. You then pull tightly, bring it around the back of the boot. Back to the front, then you will tie any knot. I use a square knot, right over left, left over right. Pull tightly and tuck into the boot itself so that the laces are not visible.